Hello and welcome back. In this lecture, we are going to work on image sharing functionality for our chat application. Basically, what we want is currently from our application, we can send text messages or we can send emojis. Right? Let me refresh the page. So as you can see, we can send the text messages and we can send the emojis. If I send a text message now, it should be sent in real time. Okay, so this functionality is there. But now what we want is we also want to allow user to send images in the message. For that, we are going to do several changes in our front end as well as in our backend application. So first of all, I'll go to our backend application. There, let me close this file and let me also close this user controller.js. And there, let's go to our models. And there we have the message model. In the message model, currently we are expecting only the text property and it is required. But now what I'm going to do is I'm also going to specify another property called image. The type here is going to be string again. Okay, and it is not a required field. So I'll set the required to false. And from here also, since now a user can send a text message or an image in the chat. So from here also, I'm going to set the required to false. Because if the user is sending an image in the chat, then there we are not going to receive any text. So if this text is required in that case, we will get an error. So that's why I'm setting it to false. Let's save the changes. Now let's go to our front-end application and let's open chat area component. In the chat area component, let's first scroll down and there we have added two buttons. In the same way, I'm also going to add one more button. Now here, instead of adding button, we want to show an input element of type file and we also want to show an icon. So here I'm going to use a font awesome icon. I'll set the class name here to fa picture. Oh, so this is a font awesome class to display a picture icon, an image icon. All right, let me save the changes here. And on this, I'm also going to add another CSS class, a custom CSS class, and that I'll call it as send image button. Let's save the changes. Let me go ahead and let me copy this class name here and let's go to index.css and let's first scroll to the place where we are displaying the send emoji button. So here we have send message, receive message. We should also have a send message button. Okay, here we have send emoji button. Let me copy this. Let's paste it here. And here let's call it as send image button. And right, I will set it to 80. Let's save the changes here. Let's go to our application. And now you can see we also have this icon for sending an image. Now, when this icon is clicked, first of all, we want to show a file picker from where the user can select an image. So for that, let's go ahead and let's write the logic. So again, let's go to our chat area component. There, I'm going to put this icon inside a label. And here, let's say this label is for maybe file. Okay. And now what I want is I want to create an input element. And in this input element, first of all, let's set the type to file. This is important. Then what I'm also going to set is I'm going to set the ID and this ID should match this ID. I mean this label for. So here I'm going to call the ID as file. Then what we want is we don't want to display this input element. Okay, in the UI, we don't want to display it. For that, we are going to set a style here. And in the style, we are going to set display to none. All right. And then let's also specify what type of files we will accept. So for that, let's specify this accept attribute, and there we are going to set image slash jpg, image slash png, image slash jpeg, and let's also specify gif, so image slash gif. So only these four types of files will be allowed. All right, let's save the changes. Let's go to our application, and now when I click on this, it should open a file selector, as you can see. So this is working as expected. Now, what will happen if a user will select an image from here? What do we want to do in that case? So for that, let's go ahead and let's write the logic. So here, I'm also going to handle on change event. And when this on change event happens, let's say I want to call a function send image. We don't have this function yet, but we are going to create it in a bit. So let's go ahead and let's now create this function. Let me scroll up and let's create this function here. This function is going to run asynchronously, and for this function we are going to receive an event object, and here this should be const. All right, now what do we want to do inside this? First of all, we want to get the file, the image which the user has selected. So again, let's create a file variable, and to get the file which the user has selected, on this event object we have the target, and from that target we want to get the file which the user has selected. So user can select multiple files, so that's why the property name is files, but we want to get the first file. So here we will specify the index as 0. Then what we want to do, we want to read that file. So for that we are going to create an instance of reader class. So let's simply call it as reader, and to create an instance of reader class we will say new reader, or it should be file reader, right? And to this file reader, let's pass this file. So this file reader will read that file, and it will assign the read data to this reader. Okay, and now on this reader we are going to call a function read as data URL, and to this also we need to pass this file. Finally, what we want to do is, once the loading of the file is complete, so on this reader we have an event called onLoadInd. So once this is complete, to this we are going to assign a function, and that function is also going to run asynchronously. And inside this function we are simply going to use set image. So we don't have this set image yet, or we will do it in a slightly different way. So instead of creating an image state and then setting it, what we will do is we will call this send message function. Okay, so what we are going to do is, in the send message function, let's say we are going to take an image parameter. All right, and here since we have modified our message model, there now we are also going to send the image, and this image we are going to assign it with this image variable. But from ES6, if the property name is same as the variable name, we don't need to assign it explicitly. It will be automatically assigned. So we can also keep it simply as image. But to make it understand, I am going to explicitly assign that image here. And now in this function, what we are going to do, we are going to call send image. I mean, we are going to call send message function. And now the send message function is expecting a value for the image parameter. So for that, we are going to pass reader.result. All right, let's save the changes. Finally, what we want to do is, once the image is sent in the message, we also want to display that image in the chat area. So somewhere we are displaying the messages. So here we have the input type. Let's go to the chat area. So this div, inside this, we are looping over all the messages. And what we are displaying the message text and timestamp and other things. So just like what we have here, what I will do is I will wrap it within a div like this. And here let's close that div. Okay, so if there is no text message, if there is an image message, in that case, we want to show the image. So in the next line, let's close this div actually. And in the next line, let's add another div to display the image. And here, what do we want to do? First, we will check if the message has an image, because if the user is not sending an image in the chat, in the message, then it will have text. It will not have image, right? So first we are going to check if message dot image, if this image is present. In that case, we want to display an image. For that, I'm using this img tag. What will be the source of that image? It will be message dot image, because each message is now also having an image property. So if that image is present, we want to show that image. Let's also set the alt, let's say image. Okay, and let's set height and width. So let's say height is 120 and width is also 120. You can also do it in CSS. Let's save the changes here and let's quickly test it. So let's go to our application. Let me refresh the page first just to check if we have any errors. So far we don't have any error. Let me send a message, a text message, maybe hi. And it says maximum call stack size exceeded. Let's check if we have saved our Express application or not. It is saved. Let's go to the terminal of Node.js application. So we are listening on port number 5000 and DB connection is also successful. Okay, let's go to our React application. There also we don't have any errors. Let's try it one more time. Before that, let me refresh the page just to check if image has been sent or not in the chat. So image was not sent. Let's try one more time. And now you can see that the image is sent. All right. And if I refresh the page, this image should be there. And you can see that the image is there. So now the image is also getting saved in the database. And if we go to MongoDB, to this compass, and there let's go to this messages collection. So let's go to the last message. Okay, this is the last message, and there you will see there is an image property which is set with this base 64 string value. So this string value represents an image. Okay, this string value which you see here, it represents an image. So now we are saving that image data in our database, in our MongoDB database. But for profile picture, what we did, we saved it in Cloudinary, and then we assigned the profile pic property with the URL of that image. But when we are sending an image in the chat, in the message, that image, we are directly saving it in our MongoDB database. All right, so this is working as expected. Now let's quickly check if Mary has received that image or not. So she has also received that image. So now in our application, a user can send a text message. He can also send emojis. Okay, and he can also send an image. And I have styled this emoji picker. For that, I have written some simple CSS styles that also I'll show you quickly. So you can see I have added some inline CSS style for that emoji picker. Basically, I'm setting the width to 300 pixel and height to 400 pixel. And then on the container div also, I have set some CSS style. I'm setting its width to 100%. I'm setting display flex so that I can set its content to right. And then I have added some padding. That's it. So very simple CSS I have added in order to design this emoji picker. Alright, so this is all I wanted to cover in this lecture. If you have any questions, then feel free to ask it. Thank you for listening and have a great day.